After having traveled along some of the greatest rivers in the world, the man's dream is that of facing the greatest of them all, the Amazon River. Nature's favorite hub, and the river with the most records.
We're ready. Let's go. We gathered all our things, and in 24 hours, recess is over. We're going to get in the water, and no more joking from then on. First route, Venice-Madrid, then Madrid-Lima, and then Lima-Iquitos. We've been flying over the Amazon forest for about 5 hours now. I've been looking at it from my window, and it's endless. "24 hours later, we've landed in Iquitos. This is our taxi, and instead of real glass on the windows, there's the fake plastic kind.
We unloaded everything, and now we're getting into bed. Tomorrow morning we're going to go and see what we're in for.
We're going to the mayor's office, not with the taxi, but with the Vespa car. It's fantastic. Here we are in Iquitos. This is the region of Loreto, and this is the road we're going to take, where we have another friend waiting for us. Then the river continues.
Ci aspetterà e poi andiamo sempre avanti e il rio prosegue ancora.
As our friend David explained to us, this is the second of the main square of Iquitos, representing the era of the gaucheros, those who sought out rubber, and those who came to the forest to extract the rubber from the trees. In 2013, it was completely restored, keeping everything as it was then. This is the iron house that Gustave Eiffel built. Yes, the same man who built that tower.
We're inside the Belen market. It's chaotic, but there's everything here. The unmanageable too. From chicken to meat to fish, it's all here. They get everything from the Amazon. Every fruit and vegetable you want is here.
The root of this plant, mixed with schnapps alcohol, is said to be a remedy against hair loss. This is the floating district of Belen. The homes you see further down are the famous floating houses, but they're nothing more than rafts resting on the river that move when the water rises or falls. The river doesn't take them anywhere because the water is practically still in this area.
We're on the Italia River, which is a tributary river to the Amazon. You should also know that Iquitos is practically an island.
Praticamente un'isola, sono 90.000, 80.000 abitanti che abitano in queste case.
There are 80,000 inhabitants that live in these houses, with practically 90% of them working in the trading business. However, it's the women that are mostly traders. Seeing how the men do other kinds of jobs, the women are those who buy the products that come from the Amazon forest and then bring it to the Belen market that we visited before.
Poi portarla nel mercato di Belém che abbiamo visto prima.
Finally, we're off. This morning was pretty hectic seeing how we noticed our inflatable boat had a hole in it after we hit a tree trunk before we even left. Now we're officially off. We packed this kayak to the brim and we're ready to go. We're crazy.
We're getting closer to the Amazon River, and we just left the city of Iquitos behind us. This was the Italia River. In 500 meters, we will reach the river.
500 metri entriamo nel fiume.
Here it is. That one we're looking at is the Amazon River. We can finally see it.
And here we are. You can clearly see the difference in color between the tributary river and the Amazon.
Land, said Christopher Columbus. Those people over there are fishing. Watch how he throws the bait where the branches are. Here's the fisherman. Let's see if he catches something for tonight. I suffered a sunstroke today. Tomorrow I'll wear long sleeves and a foulard as well. This is where we go when the sun sets and we want to avoid the mosquitoes. We crawled over here under our mosquito net. There are millions, maybe even billions of mosquitoes. The bug spray we have doesn't even bother them. These ones were on their way to school and stopped to take a selfie with us, but didn't tie their canoe tight enough, so now they're going to get to school all wet.
Ah, you're gonna die from the cold. They usually head to school around 7:30 a.m. here. They stopped because they were curious. We spoke a little and became friends. They don't really drink coffee here because they're used to tea. A pleasure meeting you. We're from Italy. We stopped to talk to Enrique and Emilio here, and they told us it is better for us to spend the night in the village because the water may get a little bit rough tonight.
Passare la notte lungo I villaggi perché c'è un po' di mala onda, no? Di peligro.
They believe in God and told us that luck is sent to us by God. So we gifted them a little statue of the patron of Padova, St. Anthony. He put the statue away with great care. Good. Now we will continue on a bit with them and then say our goodbyes.
Li salutiamo.
I need long sleeves, but this one is too heavy. So you know what I'll do? I'll add these sleeves to my short sleeve t-shirt.
Aggiungo le maniche alla mia maglietta con le maniche corte. Benvenuti a Santa Vittoria.
Welcome to the Santa Vittoria village, a village made up of 20 inhabitants that live off of what they produce, being mostly the yucca corn. What is left over from their produce, they go and sell at the Iquitos market.
Mercato di Iquitos.
We have arrived, and there is only one house and family.
He says that people are wary of strangers, even though it doesn't seem like it. Some years ago, strangers would come for the land and would kill the people that lived here.
Impossessarsi di terreni e uccidevano non i nativi, però le popolazioni che vivevano.
It's been an honor knowing this man and his family. Simone, you have to sit on the other side, you know?
Before we leave, we're going to eat something because our friend told us he would have offered us some food. But unfortunately, he had nothing, not even some fish. Can you lend me the water bottle a minute, Beppe? If you'll excuse me a minute, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
You might be wondering how we pee, and you may think going onto shore is easy, but it isn't. So we got creative. Unfortunately, we passed the docking space, and here the vegetation is too tall to set up camp. So we met this man that will bring us upstream with him and let us stay where he lives.
Ci sta riportando su in controcorrente e ormeggeremo dove abita lui.
Unfortunately, tonight we will have to camp in the mud. All those children that greeted us live in that hut over there with the thin roof. They gather water from the river, let it settle for a bit, and then boil it so that they can use it. We decided to give the children our little cart because we will most likely never use it, and it is too heavy to bring it with us. I gave them a wooden plank that I found here, and they made it into a sort of wagon. The children can't wait to all take a ride.
E questi hanno fatto un carrettino, ma fanno la gara per salirci sopra.
This was our camp last night. I'm here sitting on our fisherman friend's boat that went out to gather the nets during the night. Today we'll put the fish he caught in salt.
Questo pesciotto qua.
Uno, due, tre. Uno,
A boat just passed with a boy on it. I think they saw corn there, and seeing how the flood brought about all this hummus, they will be able to collect it soon because of the harvesting season around the corner. We just met this fisherman Pedro that asked us if we wanted to go fishing with him. We said we'd love to. We stocked up on supplies here.
As we were buying water before, we also bought some gas for him, and Juanes that we will now eat.
I'm always worried about robbers.
Hey, Beppe, you're not hungry anymore, right?
Es peligroso. Ahí hay piratas, pueden con armas, pueden disparar.
Our friend Pedro was telling us what the woman that sold us water and food told us too. That now, up to Pebas, it will be about 70, 80, maybe 100 kilometers. And from that then on, it's no man's land.
Poi lì in poi
Terra di nessuno.
They said that fast boats with armed men come by here, take everything, and if you're lucky, you're left whole.
Fucile, prendono tutto e se ti va bene porti a casa la pelle.
So they told us to keep left for about 30 minutes. Then we'll find the small village of Santa Rosa with a couple of houses. Okay, then let's move because we need to get there before nightfall.
dobbiamo arrivare.
Cinco minutos.
5 minuti. Listo.
Questo paese
This is the Santa Rosa village, made up of 20 families.
si chiama Santa Rosa. E siamo arrivati dal parroco.
We just got to the hairdresser guys.
Questa è la macchina.
This is the hammock where Simone will sleep tonight.
E questo qua è
And this is Pepe doing the laundry.
bucato anche lui. Questa sera
Tonight we're having fish. Here are the cooks.
i cuochi qui.
Qui c'è addirittura un
There's a football field here, and the game starts at 4 p.m. sharp on Fridays and Saturdays.
Quelli in cima là, ci sono due bambini che si arrampicano.
Those are 2 girls up there. They climb up to collect the fruit.
She's our cook. And tonight we're eating fish. This one over here.
Che è là.
Questo è il pesce di oggi.
Fresh fish caught today, mixed with pasta and rice that we gave them.
Il riso loro l'hanno mescolato insieme. Siamo a Santa Rosa.
We're in Santa Rosa, and today is Sunday. We need to remember the anti-malarial medication. Let's see what today has in store for us.
Questa è la sveglia, ragazzi.
This is our wake-up call, guys.
In the rainy season that goes from November to June, the Amazon River expands and reaches a width of 50 kilometers, submerging a vast area of the forest. It is so wide that it has no bridges.
Stiamo andando giù.
The current has slowed down, and because we have the wind blowing up against us, a storm is probably starting. In the meanwhile, we stopped for a bit to organize a few things. We latched onto a moving island. We'll show you in a minute.
È un'isola viaggiante. Adesso ve la facciamo vedere.
Here are some clouds. Today there's a bit of wind that we didn't have the other days.
It's raining very heavily, but we're used to it.
Assaltano la motonave.
He's saying that from Pebas onward, there's the danger of running into some robbers by a boat or a motor ship, so it's safer to travel. But with a kayak like us, he's recommending not going forward.
In motonave o in battello non ci sono problemi. Così
They're saying this too, huh?
lo sconsiglia. Ecco.
Anche loro, vabbè. Siamo a
We're a
circa
couple of
2 ore
hours away by
però
kayak from Peba.
per Pebas.
Tomorrow we will take the boat
Prenderemo
for about
domani
100
mattina
kilometers and
il
pass
per
through
fare
Pebas.
un centinaio di chilometri e passare via Peba. Queste mettono giù
These plants are rooted in the water and travel along the river.
e viaggiano.
This one here must have traveled quite the distance if it managed to grow a flower.
Per fare
Look how beautiful it is.
Guardate che stupendo. Galleggiano.
They float along the river and live like this.
Radice, vedete?
Look, this is their root. There is a countercurrent that joins the river here that goes towards Pebas, and it will bring us along for about 15 minutes.
Stiamo discutendo
We're discussing the possibility of them safeguarding our canoe.
custodiscono la canoa. Maria Cristina,
Maria Cristina, Giuseppe, and Simone, here we are in Pebas.
e qui stanno facendo bingo.
Here they are playing bingo in the square.
Tonight, we are guests of Maria Cristina.
La famiglia di Maria Cristina, guarda.
E domani mattina
And tomorrow at dawn we are off again.
ragazzi siamo a Peba.
Guys, we're here in Pebas along with the 5,000 inhabitants here. We're waiting for the ferry that will take us across no man's land, a very dangerous area that we need to avoid.
Canzone o qualcosa è una zona pericolosissima che dobbiamo evitare perché è terra di nessuno. Questo sarà il nostro
This is our sleeping arrangement for the next 24 hours.
24 ore. Questo è un villaggio.
This village is in the middle of nowhere, and the ship stops here to unload rice and various food supplies.
Il riso, le vivande, i viveri. Ecco qui.
This is where the boat is moored now, but usually they send in smaller boats that people jump on and off of. This is how it usually works here.
Salta su, salta giù e qua funziona così il traghettamento, il passaggio. La selva è di tutti.
The forest belongs to everybody. Let's not contaminate it.
Arrivati a Santa Rosa.
Once you get to Santa Rosa, there are all these smaller boats that come and pick up various goods, and also the family and friends that have traveled all the way here.
Siamo sull'isola di Santa Rosa.
We have just arrived at Santa Rosa and just got off the ferry with our canoe. With the water cab, we got here where we will have our passports stamped. Now we will make our way towards Leticia, Colombia.
Ecco, questi signori.
These gentlemen are part of the National Army and have two powerful engines, 250 horsepower each. They patrol the area here because we are between three frontiers, Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. A very delicate frontier. The men wish us luck and are surprised we are traveling on our own. Thank you again.
Tutto questo viaggio da soli. Grazie ancora. Ecco, questo qua è il porto canale.
This is the way into Leticia,
Sta dentro a Letizia. E qui
and the natives and fishermen get here by passing through the forest in order to bring their goods to the market, which is right around the corner, so they don't have to travel too far.
merce a chilometro zero al mercato che è proprio qui dietro l'angolo, quindi non devono neanche trasportarlo. E c'è pesce, c'è
There's fish, fruit, vegetables, and many other delicious products. This morning we saw a large amount of products being brought in and thought, what are they going to do with so much?
pomeriggio non c'era più niente.
Then in the afternoon we saw that it was already all finished.
Dalla foresta arriva a chilometro.
We asked for some fruit and they said, tomorrow, meaning that everything comes straight out of the forest. The families eat here at the market directly from local street food vendors. This is the marketplace where people from the forest come daily to get their goods. Very easygoing. These are the worms that come from the palm trees that are eaten either alive, fried, or cooked. They also make oil and other ointments with them.
Cotti come si vuole. Fanno un estratto anche di olio, poi dei medicamenti. Vediamo che gusto ha.
Let's see what it tastes like.
It looks grosser than it actually is.
There's a party here for 3 frontiers. We're here in Leticia, and we found the Amazonian Tarzan. He's famous here because he swam down the river and catches caimans and anacondas with his bare hands. You won't believe it, but this youngling is 71 years old.
I caimani con le mani e le anaconde. Questo giovanotto qua ha l'età di 71 anni, voi non ci crederete.
We're in the middle of nowhere here. No roads or anything, yet look how alive it is. Food, guys. Food!
Sta mangiando un frutto che si
He's eating a dried fruit called aguaje.
aguaje.
Aguaje. We asked this woman if she has ever seen a canoe pass by here. She said it's her first time, meaning that we must look a bit strange, no?
Che siamo un po' strani noi, eh? Questo pappagallo qua.
You should know that this parrot here is 52 years old. Hello, 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 hello. Good job. Now we're going to go to the immigration office with a scooter taxi because we need to stamp our passports to officialize our departure.
Passaporto d'uscita. Hotel Anaconda qui.
Hotel Anaconda here behind us. Passports are in order so we can leave. Tomorrow, back to normal.
Possiamo andare, domani si torna alla normalità. Esatto.
This was a powerful meeting here between the 2 frontiers. We met with both authorities and exchanged flags. It was truly emotional. He's going to go down the river for a bit, but we're going to say bye now because we need to go our own way. What you see here is an extended family because this little girl here with the orange shirt was adopted by them 15 days ago because otherwise she would have been sent to an orphanage in Bogota. But luckily these fishermen here decided to add her to their family.
Sarebbe andata a Bogotà in un orfanotrofio, invece questi pescatori l'hanno aggiunta alla loro famiglia, avete visto?
There's always the risk of meeting delinquents here, and we were told it's safer for us to stay in fishermen villages because camping on our own is dangerous.
In qualche posto di pescatori perché è vivamente sconsigliato campeggiare libero. questi sono I nostri
And this is our audience.
spettatori. Qui siamo la prima notte.
Here we are for our first night camping in Brazil. This is a family. And how many people are there?
Here there are about 20, but there are around 100 over here.
Questa che vediamo è una chiesa.
This is a church, and they have a mass every day, both in the morning and evening. This is practically their bell, but it's nothing other than a gas cylinder.
Queste sono le piccole.
These are the little canoes they use to throw the nets into the lake, which they say is full of fish.
Palude, buttano la rete e dicono che è ricchissimo di pesce.
The boy that is bringing us says it's full of alligators and snakes here, and Simone is walking barefoot.
Il di Simone cammina a piedi scalzi. Sembra un ibisco.
It looks like a yellow hibiscus flower. Look how beautiful it is.
Dice che ci sono delle anaconde qua.
He says there are anacondas here.
Dice che è enorme.
Huge, monster-looking ones, and that they attack people, other snakes, and alligators, right?
Serpenti, sì.
Claro.
E alligator?
Lagarto.
Lagarto.
Grande.
Grande.
8 metri.
They are 8-meter-long alligators in the lake.
Lì nel lago. Come si chiama?
What is it called? Mambira?
Mambira.
Shit!
Ci allontaniamo e prendiamo.
Let's move away and follow the current.
Siamo in Brasile.
We're in Brazil, and there's a high risk of being assaulted. We need to be careful, but we can't do anything about it if they assault us.
E qui stanno facendo.
Here they're making yucca flour. Look.
Questa è Belém, ragazzi.
This is Belém, and it's described as a big city center. But look at what state it's in.
Questi bambini giocano.
These children here play on the edge of this precipice. Look, it's already starting to give in here, and this is the drop.
E qui c'è il salto. Eh? E noi questa sera mangiamo.
Tonight we're going to eat here. The beer is sold secretly because it's forbidden. The natives cannot drink beer, and it's against the law to even sell it.
Quindi non è vietato anche venderla. Vista dall'alto, guardate che
Look at the water from this high up.
mare di acqua. Il fiume è arrivato fin
The
su.
river rose all the way up here. It's about 20 meters tall.
Salutiamo i nostri amici, li abbiamo
We
appena
say goodbye to our
lasciati
friends.
a Belém.
We left them in Belen,
E riprendiamo
and we're
il nostro
pretty much
corso
on
a
schedule.
7:30 del mattino e siamo abbastanza in tabella. Aggrappati a un tronco.
We lashed onto this
stiamo
tree trunk here. We're using the current because we still aren't in the forest.
questa pianta qua.
These roots here are from a large tree that fell, and because the wind is blowing against us, we're using the tree trunk as a way to stay with the current that will bring us down the river faster.
Alla stessa velocità. Che fatica oggi.
What a tough day.
Sono fermati apposta.
They just stopped here on purpose to ask us if we needed help. They're natives that have lived here forever.
E abitano qua da sempre. Risotto oggi, risotto.
Risotto today? Risotto with mushrooms.
Questa qua è la foresta amazzonica, ragazzi.
This is the Amazon forest, guys. Hundreds and hundreds, even thousands, perhaps of forest kilometers on both the right and left side of the river. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a storm brewing. Very ugly storms are about to start. It's frightening when you look up at the sky. Now we're going to look for shelter because it's no joke when the water rises. Look at how fast the water is going already. Let's get away fast.
Simone! Caspita!
Whoa, Simone! We made it just in time. Guys, you don't know how strong the storm was.
Approdati qua, guardate quanti spettatori abbiamo.
Just got to this village and look at the audience we have. 3,600 people live here. Incredible.
Incredibile. Adesso scendiamo da
Let's get off the canoe now because I can't take it anymore.
Sicuramente dobbiamo
We absolutely need to find somebody that will let us camp with them tonight because it's dangerous if we camp outside on our own.
Siamo parecchio se dormiamo fuori all'aperto. Siamo nella comunità Ticuna.
We are in the Ticuna community here, and they don't speak Portuguese, but only their own, that they call the Nashira language.
La loro lingua. E la lingua Najira dicono. Siamo nel pieno della
We're in the
foresta.
middle of the Amazon forest here.
C'è di tutto, abbiamo visto un coccodrillo.
We just saw a crocodile back there.
Siamo entrati nella
We
foresta.
enter the Amazon forest to understand the ecosystem that lives here in the Amazon and how it functions. Because when the water rises, the animals leave. But once the water decreases, there are a lot of species that come back.
Quindi gli animali eccetera spariscono, ma adesso vengono a ripopolarsi proprio perché l'acqua sta calando.
Inside the forest. Babasu. They used to build the roofs to their wooden houses, and it may seem impossible, but once it's built like this, it will never break.
Non si rompe.
This is what the Indio do when they can't find each other in the forest anymore.
preso la tarantola, vedete?
Simone picked up a tarantula. Very brave.
Fammi vedere Simone. Eccolo, bravo Simone. Se mangia.
Can you eat this too?
And of course, we couldn't skip the sloth. Look at how beautiful it is, and cute.
Ciao, bello.
Hi, cutie.
Ciao.
Hello.
Cosa c'è? Queste sono le formiche tagliafuoco.
These are the leaf-cutting ants. Look at them go. This is what you do. They momentarily run away. Then you spread it on your hands. And this is what the natives use as their bug spray.
E questo è acido formico, è l'antizanzara per gli indigeni. Questa pianta qua.
This plant over here is what they use to build canoes. It's very water resistant, but at the same time also a specific weight, allowing it to float.
Ha un peso specifico tale da rendere molto più galleggiante la canoa.
We're eating tonight. And this is where we're sleeping tonight.
Dove si dorme stasera, ragazzi.
This is my net, and this is my hammock.
E questa è la mia.
You won't believe it, but I also added a little fan inside.
Voi non ci crederete, ma io ho messo anche un ventilatore a zanzariera.
The net is fundamental, or the mosquitoes will eat you alive. A tarantula, you need to be careful of where you put your feet.
Visto che bisogna stare attenti dove si mette i piedi. Questo è
This is Simone inside his hut.
Cuccia.
cuccia.
Ah, look at this fan. Genius. A 5-star hammock.
Geniale.
The mosquitoes devoured me.
Con l'aria condizionata. Zanzara mi hanno divorato. Quella lì che sembra una
That thing over there that looks like a spaceship on the branch is actually a wasp nest. Humongous. About as big as 5 soccer balls.
come 5 palloni di calcio. Siamo in mezzo alla foresta, siamo
We're in the middle of the forest, and that's a smaller river that's about 6 kilometers long. There aren't that many here in the river, and the current travels about 7-8 kilometers per hour, which is good for us. The ecosystem and the animals live here in these swamp-like areas.
Facciamo un pit stop.
We're going to stop for a break, eat some fruit from the forest, and then stock up on water too.
E dopo facciamo anche il rifornimento in volo dell'acqua. Una distesa enorme di acqua.
Look at all this water, 1/5 of the freshwater reserve in the world.
Queste qua
So these are the famous mosquitoes. I'm not saying they're all over the place here, but from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., it's insane.
6 della sera alle 7 e mezza per un'ora e mezza c'è una roba decente.
Abbiamo tirato su.
We just got to this little community made up of 7 families. The sun was setting fast, and there was nowhere else that was safer to go.
Questa qua è l'unica.
This is the only little girl in the village because all the others left to go to the bigger city centers. In fact, the little girl is the only student in this school.
Indigene hanno visto per la prima volta una telecamera e si stanno.
They're saying this is the first time they see a video camera, and now they're just looking at their own reflection on the camera lens. We're going to keep the camera rolling so we have this footage as a reminder of them.
Voi non ci credete.
You won't believe it, but these gentlemen here threw their net in the water and caught all this fish just like that.
Tirato sul pesce così. Vedete come l'ha pulito perfettamente.
Look at how he cleaned the fish perfectly.
Noi abbiamo dormito.
We slept here in this hut last night, and this is where they keep the fish. Look at how they store it in ice. We are leaving Buena Esperanza. We're pulling this boat with children on it along with us because they were in trouble. One day we help the fishermen and the next they help us.
Questa volta diamo una mano noi ai pescatori.
We have arrived in San Paulo. Markets are everywhere. Look at what a strange looking fruit this is.
Molto buono insieme con l'acqua.
The families work together to prepare the flour.
Tutta la famiglia lavora perché compreranno la farina. Si mangia.
May I see?
Vuoi vedere? Pollo,
Chicken?
Acá hay pescado.
pescado.
Fish?
Ese aquí es guisado de
¿Dónde está?
paja, de majas, guisado de paja.
Carne.
Boiled meat with vegetables?
Poi
El de aquí es macarrón.
macaroni.
Macaroni, which are practically our spaghetti,
El de aquí es arroz.
E questo è il riso.
and rice.
Arroz.
Arroz. I bambini non hanno il ciuccio.
Children don't have a pacifier. They don't cry. Nobody smokes and nobody drinks.
Non si fuma e non si beve. Mototaxi.
Scooter taxi, because now we're going to visit São Paulo's mayor.
Si sta dicendo che tutti i giorni
He's telling us that they steal everything every day here, and to be careful seeing how our canoe and everything else we have is worth around 15,000 euros. We must look like we're made out of gold to them.
Eccoci qua,
Here we are. We have reached the end. We have traveled 1,780 kilometers, and our adventure stops here for security reasons. We have just met a man that told us stories about how people are attacked and killed over an engine and some gas. We thought we would make it to the end, but cared too much about our lives to risk it, and decided to end our adventure here.
Uccisa per un motore, per un fuoribordo, per della benzina, e noi mettiamo nella scala di valori la vita e purtroppo pensavamo di arrivare in fondo, ma la nostra avventura finisce qua.
Our journey ends here, in the midst of all the incredible populations and cultures we have encountered. We experienced the greatness of the river and witnessed the beauty of the uncontaminated nature around us. We stayed with indigenous tribes and natives that live in perfect harmony with their surroundings, and met humble and welcoming people that have adapted to their environment over the course of centuries, showing us just how nurturing planet Earth really is.
See you soon, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao a tutti.